before you get started, the first thing that you should do when you come up to a station that has a spinal cord model is you want to make sure you know what side, listen up, you want to make sure you want to know what side is dorsal and what side is ventral, okay? This is the dorsal side, this is the ventral side. How do we know that? We know that because these guys here, do you see these two bulges?
Yeah.
These are known as the dorsal root ganglion.
Okay.
The dorsal root ganglion. And when you see the dorsal root ganglion, that means that is the dorsal side. Okay? Now I'll tell you this right now. We'll talk about this next week. But everything in the spinal cord is reversed, like as opposed to the way it was in the brain. In the brain, we had the gray matter on the outside and the white matter on the inside, yeah? Mm-hmm. For the spinal cord, the white matter is on the outside and the gray matter is on the inside. Okay, that's number one. Number two, everything that's dorsal is sensory. Everything that's ventral is motor. Sensory, motor, okay? So, getting back to your objectives, this is all gray matter, yes?
Yes.
Right smack in the middle is the central canal, or it might be called the spinal canal, okay? Remember the word commissural?
No.
Yes, you do. It crosses over to the other side. So these are commissural fibers, commissural gray fibers. Now the gray matter in the spinal cord is divided up into three regions. And they are all called horns. So this is the ventral horn. This would be the lateral horn. I'm sorry, I misspoke. This would be the dorsal horn. This would be the lateral horn. And this would be the ventral horn. Okay?
Is we saying ventral gray horn and dorsal gray horn?
That is correct. Okay? Now, coming out from the horns are going to be these fibers. And these fibers that are on the dorsal side are incoming sensory fibers. So these would be the dorsal roots. Okay? What's leaving the spinal cord is on the ventral side, and that stems from the ventral horn. So these would be the ventral roots. Okay? Now, getting to the white matter, there's a sulcus here, and since this is the dorsal side, this would be the posterior medial sulcus, and then this would be the anterior medial sulcus. Okay? All of these guys are white matter tracts. And the white matter tracts are called white matter columns.
What if we say white matter tracts on
I'll give you credit for it. These are the dorsal root ganglion. And then these fuse together, so the tips of these guys are the spinal nerves. Okay, one more time. Name the structure.
Gray horn.
Dorsal gray horn. Name the structure.
Ventral gray horn.
Name the structure.
Commissural.
Commissural gray fibers.
Commissural gray fiber.
Commissural gray fibers. Name the structure.
Central canal.
Name the structure.
Posterior
Medium
medial
sulcus.
sulcus.
Exactly. Name the structure.
Anterior medial sulcus.
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 Name these structures.
Ventral Ventral roots.
Ventral roots. Name the structures.
Dorsal roots.
Name the structure.
Spinal nerves.
Name the structure.
Then
Dorsal
dorsal root ganglion.
That's it. That's everything.